Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this decision-making session for the Executive Leader. I'm Councillor Claire Douglas and I'm the Leader of the Council. And so if we go to agenda item 1, apologies, there are no apologies, I am here. Declarations of interest, no declarations of interest either. Item number 3 is the minutes from the last meeting, which I have here, and I can confirm that they are accurate representation of the meeting, and I've approved those, so I'll sign them, give them to Robert after the meeting. Item number 4 is public participation, and we have no registered speakers today. So moving on to item number 5, which is the Corporate Peer Challenge final report. And we have Helen Whiting here to introduce us to that. So please go ahead, Helen.
Thank you. Good morning. So this report follows up from the Corporate Peer Challenge when we had our second visit in the beginning of December. We welcomed all of the peers that had been with us in February 2024, and it was their opportunity to be able to come in and see how we've done on our journey following their 15 recommendations and how we've progressed with our corporate improvement plan. It was pleasing to see that they were very engaged with the hearing firsthand how we progressed, discussed our early impact and our learning received, and we also provided them with a full comprehensive list of things that we've done, our journey, and how we've experienced and gone through all of that. What we have now received is a further report. And they've given us feedback on that. They've always given us some additional recommendations as well. And as part of transparency, we agreed to publish this no later than 12 months after the original peer challenge review, which was in early February. And we will publish from today on the council's website, and the LGA will equally publish on their website as well. So the recognised actions I've got at paragraph 7 of the report. They certainly were keen to see that we've successfully delivered a number of actions on the council plan's objectives. At the time that they came in, the corporate management team restructure was underway, but that has now been completed, and they certainly saw evidence of strength and of greater collaboration and cohesive working. The financial situation, they came in during Budget Council Week in 2024, and they've seen the work that we did to produce our co-produced budget for the forthcoming one when we were making a lot of plans in December. Looked at our joint commission arrangements, including our health and care, which goes live very shortly on the 1st of April. And we've also done a lot of internal engagement improvement, including visible leadership. There was certainly comments about our positive feedback with partners, and it was pleasing to report that when we planned the second visit for the peers, they got the opportunity to actually speak again to the partners that they had spoken to in the February. They also fed back about the administration's continued positive approach and how management and the administration work together. As mentioned, they did look at some further recommendations and had seen that we were looking at why we were embedding the things that we do, and really do give a really clear narrative as York as a place, and we're going to continue to do that. Prioritisation was identified. We have done a great deal of prioritisation, but further could be undertaken. And managing expectations in terms of the resource. We always need to meet our requirements of both the workforce and the public, and we're trying to make sure that we have that continued balanced. There was a number of other recommendations in terms of continuing what we do with our external relationships, and they did congratulate us on the work that we've done there. And a more structured approach to the combined authority. Again, the combined authority was very young when the peers came in February 2024, and we've been taking up all of those opportunities, and they can see that can be opportunities for the future, which can hopefully take forward. So the recommendations that they've actually made will be embedded into existing strategies that we've already got on ways of working on plans, and they've been done right from the start. Just by way of an example, we look at the partnership plan, the workforce plan, so anything that's to do with workforce will actually fit into the workforce strategy action plan. And other officers and directors will obviously put the plans in place in their directorate plans. And prioritisation has certainly been a discussion that we've done with the administration a number of times. I've also presented for you the corporate improvement plan. So this has been a live document. You had that in November before we went, and we've had it periodically as well throughout the period since the peers came in February. There's a number of action points. It's largely completed, but there is some annotations of ongoing, and that will be business as usual. So we will make sure that that's all there within relevant service plans, and those are getting fed into service plans now, ready for the new year, the new service plan year, which starts in April. So we'll continue to, we'll never not do our continuous journey of improvement. It is just a continuous journey, taking it forward. And as we're starting to look at our strategic reviews, working as one city, a lot of these themes can be embedded into those as we're looking at the overall customer and workforce experience. It's been a really good insight in terms of the peers visit. I think all the corporate management team and I know executive have reflected on that, which has been great. And we will be invited back to have another corporate peer challenge by 2029. So I think now it's just a case of continually reviewing that, put it on our website and taking things forward. So, and I'm just inviting you to note and agree if that's okay.
Thank you for that, Helen. And I just wanted to add to that it has been a really valuable process and a really good opportunity for us all, the whole organisation, to think about what we're doing, why and how we do it in order to try and drive improvement in the customer experience, so our resident and partner business experience of working with the council. And the peers that came in to review the organisation gave us some really good steers on how we could do that, and I was really glad to hear of their positive feedback on the progress that had been made since February 2024. And I think we've all felt the benefits of that as well in the way that we work and how we work together and interact with the city. So it was good to see that they'd recognised that the restructure had more clarity and the organisation more stability as a result. Also improved financial grip and the co-production of the budget and clear way of working around the budget was really noted. And also a very constructive approach to joint commissioning and place in our health and care and work with the integrated care board. It's really highly noted, but as Helen's already pointed out, there's still things that we need to continue looking at. And I think we all know with large organisations, this never goes away and always needs to be at the forefront of our mind of how we continue to improve and within the limited resources that we have, provide a more focused and better service to the people of York. So Helen did mention that prioritisation because of limited resources and a very high ambition for the city, making sure that we really deliver on the priorities of the people of York. And we are in ongoing conversations about that at the moment and really driving down into our council plan to make sure that we are delivering what the people and businesses expect us to. So that will continue to be ongoing and will be business as usual. And there are a number of other points in there about the organisation and how we need to continue on that path. And particularly, as Helen's already pointed out, the combined authority, it is a new organisation, and I think we're doing a reasonably good job already of identifying how the combined authority can benefit York and the region. but there's still more work to be done there so that we ensure that we're bringing the benefits of that new organisation through into York and to the people and businesses, organisations in our city over the coming years. So I would encourage people to have a read of this. I think it's quite insightful and helps to understand better how the council works and the organisation, the breadth of work that we do, and where progress is being made and where improvement needs to become business as usual, as Helen's already pointed out as well. So if we go back to the front of the item on page 9, the recommendations there are that I am requested to note and formally approve the LGA peer team's final report following their second visit to York, and to conclude the council's corporate peer challenge, and also to note the progress made on the corporate improvement action plan to date. And I do note those and approve them. So I agree with the recommendations in paragraph 2 on page 9, but I will also point out that this I think is imperative that it is an ongoing and continuous improvement programme, that we don't just think that we've done the job now. I know that's not how officers or political leadership see it, and we will continue to note these improvement areas and progress areas as time moves forward. So thank you very much for that, and thanks for all the work that you have done on it and other staff members as well. It's been a huge team effort to get to this point. And on that, I close this meeting. Thank you for joining us this morning.